Welcome to Exploring Korea with Thomas. I'm Thomas, your guide on this fascinating journey through the vibrant culture, delicious food, and stunning landscapes of South Korea. From the lively streets of Seoul to the quiet temples in the mountains, together we will discover the best-kept secrets of this beautiful country. Join me on this exciting adventure as we explore South Korea in a unique and exciting way. Do not miss it! Subscribe now so you don't miss a single episode. Let's immerse ourselves in the beauty of South Korea together.
Hello everyone. I'm Andy. I will accompany you on this fascinating trip to South Korea. Don't forget to subscribe and leave comments so we can continue having adventures together. Now, let's go to South Korea.
South Korea. To the north, it borders the Korean Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, which separates it from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. To the east, it borders the Sea of Japan/East Sea. To the south, it borders the East China Sea, and to the west, it borders the Yellow Sea. The capital of South Korea, Seoul. Korean is the official and most spoken language. In recent years, English has become the second language and especially important in the business world. The currency of South Korea is the won, KRW. 1 United States dollar equals 1,336.34 South Korean won. The most commonly practiced religions are Buddhism, Confucianism, and Christianity. South Korea has a temperate continental climate in terms of temperatures and a monsoonal climate in terms of precipitation. Spring, March-May, is a bit cold, but it soon becomes mild.
Wow! South Korea is an incredible place to visit, don't you think? Now let's get to the news. Come on!
Current situation in South Korea. The political system of South Korea is defined as a presidential democratic republic, where the president is the head of state, and it is governed by a liberal multi-party system of representative or figurative democracy. South Korea underwent an economic transformation between 1975 and 1999. In that period, agriculture went from occupying 45.7% of the workforce to 11.6% and currently represents only 3% of the GDP. After the Korean War, American and Japanese investments, skillfully directed by the Korean government toward strategic sectors, allowed an economic takeoff that has led the country to surpass countries like Spain. Today, South Korea is the 10th in the world and is classified as a developed country by the UN, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund. Korea is a very hardworking and efficient nation. Few nations compete with them in attachment and work consciousness. Competition in all fields, starting with education, is a central value of society, but that same society ensures safety nets to prevent anyone from falling into despair. What to see and do in Korea? Gyeongbokgung Palace is one of the largest and oldest palaces in South Korea, built in the 14th century. This palace is an impressive architectural complex that was built during the Joseon Dynasty. It is a perfect place to learn about Korean history and culture. It has several buildings and courtyards, including the Gyeongbokgung Throne Hall, Gyeongbokgung Pavilion, Gyeongbokgung Tower, Jeonjeonjeon South Gate, and Hyeongwonjeong Guest House. Visitors can see traditional ceremonies, such as the Royal Guard changing ceremony, which takes place at the palace every day. Don't miss it! Jeju Island is one of the most popular places you can find. Its beautiful beaches, natural landscapes, and delicious gastronomic offer make it a unique place. It is considered by many as the greatest treasure of South Korea. In fact, it has been a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site since 1978 and became one of the 7 natural wonders of the world on November 11, 2011. It has an area close to 1,850 square kilometers. Most of this place is occupied by Mount Halla, also called Hallasan, which is 1,950 meters high and is a large inactive volcano. Despite not being too far from the rest of South Korea, Jeju Island has a very different climate, with a subtropical profile and 4 quite marked seasons. The average temperature of the year is 16 degrees Celsius. A paradise to discover. Korean typical food. Although the most beloved national dish by Koreans is kimchi, which is essentially fermented Chinese cabbage in a spicy sauce. Sanachi is a very peculiar typical Korean dish. It's live octopus. And yes, it's eaten alive. They chop it up and in it goes. The truth is, it's a very dangerous food, as the octopus, even when chopped, tends to stick its tentacles to the throat walls, and if it's not chewed well before swallowing, there's a risk of choking to death.
Wow! I don't think it's a good idea to eat octopus today, don't you? Now why don't we go to the curiosities? Come on!
Curiosities about South Korea. 1. The Korean flag has a beautiful meaning. On the white background that represents peace, a circle is stamped referring to yin and yang. Yin, blue, corresponds to cold and darkness, while yang, red, symbolizes heat and light. Around the yin-yang, there are 4 taeguks, one for each of the 4 elements: water, air, earth, and fire. 2. In South Korea, you suddenly become a year older. Babies are considered 1 year old when they are born, so when someone asks, "How old are you?" you'll have to add a year to your actual age. 3. The word Korea means land of high mountains and clear rivers. For Koreans, blood type is very important. They believe each type corresponds to a specific personality, and they can even predict relationship compatibilities based on that. 4. One of the best-selling products in the country is beauty masks, and they are not only popular among women. Korean men also use skincare products and many wear makeup daily. Korean society is obsessed with appearance, and Korean skin seems like porcelain. In fact, beauty is so coveted that South Korea is one of the countries in the world where the most cosmetic surgeries are performed. One of the most common is eyelid surgery, where surgeons fix monolid eyelids without folds. You won't believe it, but it's one of the most requested gifts among young people coming of age. 5. Koreans are quite superstitious. One should never write someone's name in red, the color of death, and they are not very fond of the number 4. Like in Japan, on February 14th, Valentine's Day, girls give chocolates to their partners. In return, they receive nothing. But on March 14th, guys make a big gift to their girlfriends. They say it should be at least 3 times the value of what they received. 6. In 1945, the country had a literacy rate of around 22%. Today, 100% of Koreans can read and write. Military service is mandatory for all Korean men between the ages of 18 and 28 and lasts about 2 years. It is something that makes life bitter for many young people, although they have to adapt their lives to this period. This is one of the reasons why South Korea has the 6th highest suicide rate in the world. Among them, suicides among the elderly population stand out, many of whom live below the poverty line and prefer to end their lives rather than be a burden to their families. 7. Jjimjilbans are public baths where Koreans go to relax. They are like a spa where you can also sleep in common areas, eat, etc. But if you want to take a relaxing bath, you must first shed all shame. You have to go naked.
The curiosities of South Korea were incredible. Now let's go back in time and see its history. Come on!
History of South Korea. The history of South Korea is marked by Japanese occupation from 1910 to 1945 and the Korean War from 1950 to 1953, which divided the peninsula in 2. After the war, South Korea experienced rapid economic growth, transitioning from an agrarian to an industrialized economy. In 1960, a democratic government was established, but the country faced decades of political turmoil, including military coups and civil unrest. However, from the 1990s onward, South Korea solidified itself as a stable and prosperous democracy. Today, it is one of the world's most advanced economies, known for its technology, global popular culture, and prominent commercial brands in industries such as electronics and automobiles.
This was all about South Korea. Now let's get to the questions for fun. Come on! Thanks for joining us on this journey. I hope you've enjoyed the blend of history and charm. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and, of course, subscribe for more adventures. See you at the next destination. Bye for now.